Welcome to Comic Book World News Weekly for the week of April 27, 2014. I'm your host, AJ Kunze, and welcome to our weekly rundown, hoedown, showdown, and everything that happened this week in the world of comic books. So let's not waste any time and get down to business. News story number one! Marvel got a little cheeky this weekend at C2E2, revealing a teaser image for its next big super cool crossover event entitled Access. See what they did there? They used the A from Avengers and the X from X-Men. I guess that means the Avengers X-Men are gonna fight, or team up, or just hang out and rent movies or something. Marvel's being deliberately vague in what I guess is an attempt to manufacture speculation and interest, but simply teasing that the event will include both the Avengers and the X-Men, like every crossover event they do does, doesn't really seem like brilliant marketing to me. I have this sneaky suspicion that they just wanted to show off how cool their logo was. See, look, it's so clever. It has the X from X-Men and the A. Number two! Amazon recently made the brilliant business decision to purchase mankind's greatest invention, Comixology. And then they made the unbrilliant business decision to completely fuck it up. This week they removed the ability to buy comic books while using the app on Apple devices. That's right, if you have an Apple device and you want to buy a comic book on Comixology, you need to open the browser, buy the book, then close the browser, then open the app, then download the book to the app, and then you get to read it. So they took an app that was all about being able to easily and quickly purchase and enjoy comic books and replace it with a process that was more work than going to the comic book store and buying the goddamn comic. The next one! Okay, so it's time to talk to the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Hey, buddy. DC announced that it'll be making a Justice League movie. Hooray! It was a move that exactly everybody saw coming. No other info was given other than, shocker, Zack Snyder will direct, and that they have an incredibly vague release window that could be best summarized as whenever the fuck we get around to it. The public responded with a combination of yawns and people mumbling cool as they checked Facebook on their phones. Then the whole thing was overshadowed by the announcement of the Star Wars casting. 4! There's a very odd marketing practice that exists only in comic books where companies think that you will buy their book if they tell you exactly everything that's going to happen in said book. Marvel continues to ride this train to failure by announcing the death of Wolverine. A book where Wolverine dies, I guess. It's kind of like if the first trailer for The Sixth Sense had closed with Bruce Willis saying, "Ooh, I'm a ghost." Come back in 13 months for the breaking announcement of Wolverine Lives, or Wolverine Returns, or Wolverine Revelations, or some shit like that. Okay, so sorry for being so heavy in the Marvel news this week, but if you want more DC news, call DC and tell them to do something interesting. Marvel announced this week that Andy Serkis has been brought on to film motion capture sequences for the Hulk and Avengers Age of Ultron. If you're not familiar with Serkis' work, he's the guy who did all the motion capture for the Monkeys, the New Planet of the Apes movies, and he's also the guy who did the motion capture for the Monkey and the Lord of the Rings movies. So I guess that means, spoilers, Ultron's going to be defeated by Hulk throwing poo at him. It's the book of the week! Okay, so I'm going to pick one book a week to review. It doesn't mean that I thought this book was the best book of the week, it just means this is the book I had the most to say about. Sometimes those two things will cross over and, oh look, that happened this week. If you're not reading Black Science, then I'm sorry, but you're a bad person and you make bad choices, and no, I don't want to open a small business with you. Seriously, this book is oodles of fun and it needs to be read by everything with eyeballs. The story of Black Science is a mix between Lost in Space and Quantum Leap, all told with this dark noir narration. It's a story about a scientist, his family, and his team as they're hurtled uncontrollably through alternate dimensions, including a version of World War I where they're fighting space Indians. Yeah, shit gets crazy. Issue number 6 is one of those great end-of-arc issues where everything you know is thrown on its head. Who the villain is, who the hero is, and what this whole overarching story has been about is thrown into question. It answers enough of those hanging questions to assure you that writer Rick Remender has this all planned out. Yet, it presents you with enough startling revelations that's going to make your brain stomach rumble with the hungries for more Black Science. And that'll do it for the first ever episode of Comic Book World News Weekly. Thank you so much for being here from the beginning. It means a lot to us. Leave your own books of the week in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Tell your friends about us, share this video, share our other videos. Come back next week and every week till the end of time for more episodes of Comic Book World News Weekly. Now get out of here and go read comics.